Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
Continental plates drift roughly as fast as fingernails grow.
Ugh.
Same speed.
That's horrifying.
Is it?
Not
But
really.
slightly interesting.
Horrifying but slightly interesting seems to be my modus operandi, and my name is Cameron.
Very good, Cameron.
Yes, you should use the hashtag Geeks Corner. Go to Twitter. Talk to us as you've been talking to us for 15 years strong.
Was Twitter around 15 years
No,
ago?
it
No.
wasn't.
It was just like,
It was the Twitter book back then.
I was like, I don't remember
Drop
Twitter
the.
being there in 2004.
No. But
In the year
happy
2000,
anniversary, Daps
We
Magic.
missed out on an amazing segment we should have done in the year 2000.
We should have.
We should have done it in Mr. Conan O'Brien's honor.
We should have.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just celebrating 15 years of Daps Magic.
15 years of Daps Magic today. Yes, we were coming up with the idea and the Yahoo group and the splash page, and you can see all of it on the website.
Mr.
And-
Daps was on his first regeneration. Katie's hair was pink. I wasn't born yet.
And in 6 months, we're going to get our learner's permit.
Yeah. This baby can drive
All right.
with parental accompaniment.
So before we get into 15 years of Daps Magic, let's
Yes.
go back to 2004.
Woo!
Who here was either regularly visiting Disneyland in 2004 or was an annual pass holder still in 2004? And what was your favorite memory from 2004?
No crowds.
That would be the no crowds. That's true.
True.
That would be the end of the 45th anniversary parade, I believe, was in the spring of 2004. It might have been fall of 2003. I don't remember. Was it the fall of 2003? Because they had the cavalcade. They had those cavalcades that would go down and stop in front of the castle. No, there was a Mary Poppins one. Was there a princess one? I remember the I think it was Mary Poppins Princess and a third one that I can't remember.
And the third one. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'd go do a little show stop in front of the castle and
Yes.
come back. I believe Fantasy in the Sky might have been the fireworks at the time. I'm making this up a little bit, but I remember there was a period of time where it was like, here's a 4-minute show after Believe There's Magic in the Stars.
2004 was my first year in Future Farmers of America.
Oh,
I had just been accepted first chair percussion in my band of 15 people.
well played.
Thank you.
Um,
So I was not going to Disney at the time, is what I'm getting at.
So what do you remember from 2004 at Disneyland?
in April of 2004, I was 7. So I'm just gonna bring everybody down really quick.
Yeah, I'll go with you, Tyler.
Toodaloo. So honestly, my first fully formed memories are the 50th.
I thought you were going to say the 1950s. Like,
The 19th. Like, that's when I really started remembering all my Disney trips. Like, we had annual passes and we went, and I was always very excited. And if I was going to Disneyland after school, I would pack my Mickey ears in my backpack. Because I'm a child.
Okay.
Well, I literally was a child then, and I literally am a child now. But can everyone stop throwing things and getting upset? Okay? This is...
So,
I'm sorry.
We'll just keep moving things along, I guess. First memory or first conscious recognition that there was an organization called Daps Magic.
ooh, I'll take this one.
Okay,
Go
go
for
for
it.
it.
I
You're gonna get
was
this too.
working.
I do too.
I was working at the Mad Hatter in Fantasyland when Miss Haley the Hatter at the time introduced me to a gaggly bunch of people led by a bow-tied man. And I was wearing chickens on my vest, and that was the first introduction.
I actually remember this too.
Yes.
All right, Tyler, you get to go. Come on up. Don't be too loud in my mic.
Let's scream.
Hello.
Oh, no. Immediate nope.
Welcome to
Am I even in the shot?
No, you're not.
Oh,
your head is.
hey everyone.
There you go. This will work.
So it's probably like 2010, 2011. We had just finished Phantasmic, and the girl I was dating at the time knew this is weird.
This is
My
weird.
hair's soft, isn't it?
It's
I'm
nice.
uncomfortable.
Deconditioned.
Knew him. I don't know how, but knew each other.
I don't actually remember either.
Yeah,
Does anyone
she works
know?
there. That's probably the reason.
I think that was it.
And she was like, "Oh, this is my friend Robert." So we were chatting, and at
that
the
was
time,
through Pam.
Oh, that's who it was.
That's what it was.
And I also had my own Disney website that was very not popular at all.
What?
This is new information.
This is
This is
surprise.
new.
You knew this.
Did I?
Yeah, you knew this.
Okay.
And I was like, you were
I
like,
knew
oh
you
yeah,
had
I
a
run this
website.
one.
I didn't know it was Disney.
It was.
Okay.
And you're like, and I was like, oh yeah, I know Daps Magic, and I didn't realize that was you because I'd never seen you before. And I started hanging out on Sundays for a while, and
Taking pictures of bubbles.
yeah, good old bubbles. But it was about 2010, I think. So
That sounds about the right time.
yeah,
That's amazing.
Katie's still stuck on.
That's amazing.
yeah.
All right,
Good
Katie,
times.
what was yours?
Leave note.
Thank you.
I watched a lot of YouTube. And so, actually, when I was decorating the cake, it was very funny because that was like so much the logo that I recognized because I would just watch a lot of Parks videos. So I can't even pinpoint a year. I do know that you were one of the first people I followed on Instagram when I made an
Oh.
Instagram. So I did have that much of recognition in like 2011, 2012 when I made an Instagram. So, yeah. I mean, I can't pinpoint an exact time. I just know that, especially when DCA 2.0 opened, I was looking for Daps Magic videos because I knew they were going to be the best.
Thanks.
So,
That was a fun video. Yeah. All right. Well, let us know with hashtag Geeks Corner what your first memory of Daps was. Now I'm gonna pivot. You can't
Pivot.
use the same one that you used in the article because I want
Okay.
people to go read what you said in the article. Favorite Daps Magic memory
Yes.
that you didn't write in the article.
I didn't write in the article.
So we had the whole staff send in, and quite a few of them actually participated, which was fun. Different favorite memories. I'm giving them time to think.
yeah.
And
We're stalling.
the great part about this is Merlin actually sent us clips or screenshots of all the different versions
my
of Daps
goodness.
from day one.
That's amazing.
And so it's it made the article significantly longer than we intended,
Yes.
but it looks pretty ridiculous and it's fun to watch.
It's very
Or
fun.
fun to see the progression of like, oh, that's what the internet looked like in 2004.
That's what the internet looked like.
Yeah,
Do you have Disney music on your MySpace as well?
I'm sure we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I actually do.
I had
know,
some
'cause
My
you could
Chemical
just-
Romance on there.
never
That's kind
had
of
a
the level I was
MySpace.
playing at.
All right, so memories.
Wasn't allowed to have one.
I really like when I remixed Katie the Dolphin. That was very entertaining to me.
Oh,
that's
no.
a good one. We should have been ready.
No, we
and
shouldn't
had
have.
that. So
But
we
it's
just
okay.
play
I
it.
think that
would've
that's
been
an
great.
okay thing that we
Yeah, that was a good one. What's your
Ultimate.
memory?
Actually, I think the time that I
Once upon a time.
surprised the Geeks Corner crew with donuts
Oh,
for
that
the
was a good
anniversary
one.
episode.
That was a good one.
Yeah, when
Forgot about that.
happy 6 years Geeks Corner.
You gonna bring one in?
I want to.
Come on in.
He has one too.
Hi, back again.
This is Tyler.
I liked when I made the Star Wars intro, but for Geeks Corner. I thought
Oh,
Oh,
that
that
was
was
fun.
so
And
good.
Cameron
And
provided
Cameron-
the music with his
Oh, yeah, for
vocal
copyright
arrangement.
reasons, I sang the entire Star Wars intro.
That was really good.
in harmony.
So
With
good.
himself.
I remember I walked in to the studio and the laptop for some reason was on the couch and Cameron was sitting on the floor
So
and he was
good.
going, bah! And I was like, okay, maybe I'll walk out. Maybe I don't need to be
That
here.
would've been smart, huh?
Yeah, would have been.
Just finalized.
No, that was
right before the
really
show that
funny.
day.
Into
Yep.
an omnidirectional mic that picked up everything. It
That
was
was
so
really
bad.
funny. So Bailey says that she found out about Daps Magic through musical chair videos, also the entrance show, aka Dancing Daddies,
Yes.
with the Mad Hatter, which was a hilarious
Dancing
thing they
Daddies.
used to do with the old Disneyland band. That was, I think, one of the best things that happened at
agree.
Disneyland. And she also thinks Mr. Daps and the original Daps Disney News on Twitter. I forgot about that. Yep. Mary Penguin says first recognition of Daps Magic was searching for videos of Dapper Day at Disneyland. Featured Tyler and Haley too, so that must have been a Geeks Corner episode. I thought, these people look like they have fun, and they're so well dressed.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Was it the episode Mary Penguin in the old Geeks Corner with the green screen? So we had,
Haley's first episode.
yeah, that was fun. Do you remember that?
She was green screen for that one?
Mm-hmm.
And that was on the TARDIS couch.
That's when we used to. No, it was before TARDIS Couch.
On the
she
dock
wasn't-
couch.
We didn't have TARDIS Couch till here.
I don't think she
I
was
can
out
picture
there.
her first episode. We did this first episode thing not too long
I have a
ago.
picture.
Oh.
It was we had. I don't remember what we put on the back, but it was the old set.
The dock times.
It was, I think, her first time on the show.
That's what the Clone
It was because
Yeah.
when we did the first time
I'll show you
episode
later.
things.
Yeah.
Yep. Mike says some of my favorite memories of Geeks Corner actually are Thanksgiving games, Geeks the Fifth, Heartbreaking Departure of Johnny Five, A Christmas Carol, Dapsy Season 8, but really should be number 722. Oh, it's 822 that should be 722.
Right.
Oh.
Numbering is hard.
When we changed the numbers? Is
Yes.
that what we did?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Or it just got the wrong
It's
number.
Geek
on
Light
it.
savings time. We had to roll it
We
back.
should
We're
probably check that and
confused.
see what happens. It is confusing. Yeah.
But 15 is 5 times 3. If you wanted a 5 fact, Mike.
There you go. And that's good.
Yeah. So.
And
Math.
I'm going to go with watching Remember Dreams Come True the first night it was performed with guests and hearing all of the reactions and everybody was dead tired because nobody slept the night before and got there first thing in the morning, and then they played the show and it was amazing, and you got to see Parade of Dreams. Were you there that day, Jenny? Okay. But it was a very cool day, and I'm going to go with that one at the moment because
Fair.
there's so many different memories and people we've met through the years that we could talk about.
Literal
But
years of them.
we do not have time for that
We don't.
because there's a lot happening in the news this week in
So much.
Disney that we need to talk about. First, they updated the smoking policy. Basically, if you're inside of a security berm
Yes.
at a Disney park or downtown Disney, within a domestic park, so Walt Disney World Resort or Disneyland Resort, you can no longer smoke. What do you think about this?
I think it's a great change.
I think it's been coming for a while, and they've been slowly eking it out, and this is just the final hammer stroke.
But I think it needed to happen before Galaxy's Edge opened.
Yeah.
Do you think the greatest part about all of it is that vaping is included? And what we've been talking about is that because everything inside of the security berm is not allowed,
At least that's what it appears.
we would imagine that they would not be allowed to be brought into the parks. So fingers crossed, because the people that try and get around the smoking rule by vaping in other places has gotten out of hand. So I think especially for people who are asthmatic, it's a wonderful, wonderful change.
And for those of you who enjoy ribbing Mad Cotton, I don't need to smell bubblegum.
It's true. When you're randomly in line at Guardians and you're like, why do I smell
Is that
cotton candy?
Kiwi? Is that...
Is that Jolly Rancher?
I believe that's Jake by Hollister. What is this?
Yes. Very that.
Another update this week that came out was the stroller policy has been changed. There will be no forms of wagons allowed in
Yes.
the parks anymore, which I was in the parks over the weekend, and there's a lot of those stroller wagon thingamabobs, and they're gone May 1st, and same with the smoking. And then you have to be within a certain size, which I was thinking we should have gotten I don't think I have a tape measure out here, but I was thinking it'd be interesting to see the difference in size versus the length of the table,
I'd be interested in
just
that.
to see what that is.
Yeah.
And so maybe we'll do that next week. But
Maybe.
well, you could use, Tyler, you could use your phone. It has a measuring thing on it.
Anyway,
What do you think of this as Tyler figures out how to
I
measure?
think this will be the most difficult or conflagratory to enforce at the gates, even more so than the smoking or vaping.
I'm betting they
that's
have
concrete.
something on the ground.
Oh yeah, they'll have something you roll
Yeah.
over that it's going to be is a big. Yeah, it's like the carry-on luggage things when you go on a plane.
Oh, I think that's exactly what it's going to be.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think someone said it on Twitter that they will maybe give guests that experience this, especially in the first 6 months, like a voucher for a rental, for a stroller rental,
Yeah.
which I think,
it's for your first time, too. I
yeah.
don't know if that's accurate or not.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That'll be a temporary policy. It's just like when they enforced the no selfie sticks rule. They actually checked those in. They
Yeah,
for
that's
a
right,
while
for a
there.
while.
Yeah.
Lost and Found actually took tags for.
But I again think this is good because they take up a lot of room, and we're gonna need all the blessing.
you.
Pardon?
We're gonna need all the walking room we can get. I do think it's also kind of funny because there was I don't know if it's an Etsy or what, but there's a company that's been, I think it's a rental company maybe, but they do like fairy tale of these
Yeah, is that
wagon
too big
things.
now?
It is too big because
Okay.
it's considered a wagon, and they're these big
No more, no.
bibbidi bobbidi boo things.
They're really cute.
They
They're
are
just massive.
They're precious. They just take up a lot of space.
Like, I feel like one of us could almost fit inside them.
You know what? That's
sounds like
something
a
we should
challenge.
test.
Cameron, it is.
Full
Science.
costume. Full costume.
That reminds me, we need to do that Skittle and
Gravy.
Well, you're dealing with allergies tonight, so
Yeah.
clearly we don't want you to be.
I wouldn't taste it tonight. Do
That's
it tonight.
the problem.
Yeah.
Is we need to make sure you're clear and good to go with your taste buds for this. And then I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make my favorite gravy, You're gonna make your favorite
I'll make
gravy.
my favorite gravy.
Cameron, you can make your favorite gravy.
Is it milk? Because I think it should be Skittles and milk. Have you ever had Skittles and milk?
No. But we'll layer it with different types of Skittles in each level. And Jenny, you can make gravy too.
Are you making like a 7-layer bean dip with Skittles and gravy?
And like tropical Skittles and
Well, I was
sour
thinking-
Skittles and berry
oh no,
Skittles.
that's worse.
Like a
Oh, that's
parfait
so
of
worse.
Skittles.
Yeah. So each
Sour
layer.
Skittles with gravy just
So
I have a
everybody
visceral
make-
reaction within
you
my
can make,
soul.
Luke can make gravy too.
Oh.
Luke, don't let him make gravy. Make your own
No,
gravy.
he can make his gravy.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
saying two separate gravies.
Everybody will bring it and
Before I
we'll
can make
layer
gravy.
it and we'll make a Skittle gravy parfait thing.
And bring your favorite type of Skittle.
Yes, this is good. Well,
There's chocolate Skittles.
There's meatball Skittles I heard that I just made up.
No. I heard.
wish.
That was April Fool's Day, buddy. That was yesterday.
Waka waka.
You fell for it.
Yeah.
Just tickled pink by yourself, aren't you?
I am so funny tonight. Like,
Roger says first memory of Daps Magic was seeing a taping of Geeks Corner after his first relive Tuesday night. It's been an adventure ever since,
Aw.
and even being a part of the team and show has been a great experience. We will see you in 2 days, Roger.
yeah.
Really far away. It'll be great. Yeah, I remember that night very vividly. I believe
It was
Patrick
raining.
and Jessica were
13
on the
birds
show
flew
that
through
night,
that window.
To be completely honest, I think we were talking about. This is amazing. I actually remember nights, huh? I remember an episode. I know they were on the show. I don't remember what we were
You're
talking
Lou Mongelloing it right now, and I'm impressed.
I don't know what that means. But
I don't know.
You know exactly what it means. Lou Mongello on the podcast will do this thing where he goes, "Oh yes,
He remembers episode numbers. I don't.
in episode 219 when we had this guest and we talked about this."
No,
and
he's
wild.
ridiculously
Anyway,
awesome that way.
no, I was appreciating it.
Yeah, I think the stroller policy is not going to be as hard to enforce as we think.
Yeah.
I think the hard part will be the security lines waiting to get in through, and maybe they'll even just have a stroller line or something.
I don't know, I think we're going to see a few meltdowns because
Oh, I guarantee it.
cigarette versus stroller getting back to the car.
Both are bad.
Yeah.
Woof.
But I think once you're past the security berm, it's going to be a lot easier than
Definitely.
we think.
Yes.
Parking land.
Parking
I
lot.
love Parking Land.
This is the attraction.
Yes, thank you. I was going to the same place with that.
Anaheim, formerly known as Anaheim, Parking Land now surrounds Disneyland.
It's true. In 3 months, Parking Land will officially open to the public.
Which will be called the Pixar Pals parking structure.
Yes.
And there will also be an extended Toy Story lot, which is going to be expanded, I guess is a better word, which is going to be great. And we've got all the details up on the website.
It's so big, in fact, they're running out of different characters to use. That's why Woody's left ripped off arm is going to be the latest one.
I actually thought that's why they bought Fox.
We need more parking lots. We need more characters to name things after parking
So
lots.
here's my question. Speaking of Fox, this is not in the show, but now we're going to make it even longer. Which Fox franchise is going to end up in the parks first?
Ooh, X-Men?
In fact, I'm holding off on that question. That you can keep that as your answer. Next week we need to talk about this.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
everybody remind me to put this in the order next week.
Yes.
Here's a hint.
But-
It's not Simpsons. Universal.
True.
Unless they play hardball. or something.
Going back to that, that's actually why they made Toy Story 4, because they needed a new character to name the parking lot after.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be
They were
what it
like,
is.
quick, make a new character. Forky, perfect. Put him in the lot.
Old Bo Peep, cooler Bo Peep. Those are the options.
I'm looking forward to the
Spanish Buzz. It'd be so confusing.
Are you parked in Buzz or Spanish Buzz?
How can you tell? The accent.
I'm looking forward to the parking lot to the downtown Disney bridge that they're going to build. Also,
Yes.
because I actually think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yes.
Because I prefer walking in if you can at all.
I agree.
Yeah,
Get
plus
enough walking at the
T-Rex
Disney
from
resort.
Meet the Robinsons is one of the best lots anyway.
That would be a good one.
I want that.
Bowler hat guy.
Bowler hat
That's a different
guy.
run. That's a different right next.
I just want to
adjacent.
meet the Robinsons parking garage.
Also, new things coming to the Disneyland Resort. Mickey's PhilharMagic will be opening up in the former home of Muppet Vision 3D.
Woo!
It'll be opening within. The crazy part is, it's going to be opening up in the next 4 weeks.
Woo!
And
quick.
we will go test it out, review it, let you know what we think about it, but without knowing too much about what it's going to be like in this new venue. What are your thoughts about it going into the former home of Muppets and how they're going to do it?
Well, I enjoyed it in Disney World when I saw it,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's a nice addition, and I think, as mentioned, it's a good place for people to go away.
There's air conditioning.
I think it'll be something we do regularly.
I think so too.
I think it's a fun attraction, and I am curious to see what the projection looks like. If you go to the Walt Disney World one in Magic Kingdom, it wraps you around. I don't remember how many degrees it is, but it's a pretty immersive experience, and I'm curious if you're going to get that kind of an experience, or they're going to use the projection devices that are already in the room. So they're using those kind of projection windows up above, if that will become how they do it, in which case it might even go further back. But
Statler and Waldorf is still there?
I'm sure hoping so.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to see them comment on the entire show, especially when Donald goes through the tornado.
Yes. I do think my only concern is that they're saying it's 3D and not 4D, because one of my favorite
And
parts...
I did confirm it is 3D.
Yes, one of my favorite parts of Mickey's PhilharMagic is like the smells, because you go through the Be Our Guest scene and everything smells really tasty, and there's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun, unpredictable or untraditional 4D elements, not the typical spraying water and shooting air and all that stuff. There's a lot of different things, and so I am a little bit disappointed that there won't be those things, at least at Open. So, but I do love Mickey's PhilharMagic, and I do love animatronic Donald. So, I hope he's there.
You have anything to add?
What she said.
All that stuff?
Yeah.
I'm curious about what the queue area will look like also.
Agreed.
Because I think that's one of the fun parts of Magic Kingdom is going through. And actually their exit is really fun too, because the story really continues out into that little shop, and that could be really cool as well. Other thing that came this week is Jesse's Critter Carousel opened over the weekend. I think it was Thursday or Friday. And it's an explosion of cuteness and Pixar Pier, I think.
Yes.
For lack of a better... I don't actually think there's a better description of this. It's like, let's take everything cute surrounding Jessie and throw it into a carousel.
Yes.
Let's have reverse-facing skunks. Let's have little pink bunnies. Like, it's literally a... Like, I'm really surprised they didn't put a shop right outside of this just selling all the little figures that you can ride on.
You would think.
Because I think people would buy those versions.
Or plushies of the things you can ride.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah. I do love the Thunder Mountain goat that is on the mural.
Painted on the mural.
I think it's very cute.
What do you think of the attraction as a whole and how it fits into Pixar Pier?
Well, I really enjoyed King Triton's beforehand. Specifically, the really creepy backwards-facing otter that was super happy all the time. That was my favorite.
How could he not be?
But I think this thematically fits in better with the area, and it's a carousel. It has the same function, so awesome.
Does anybody not like this attraction? Has anybody said they didn't? Like, I would have a hard time imagining people not liking it because it's just so darn cute.
I do think the next step for this, though, is that they need to close the bathrooms and the walkway behind Critter Carousel and retheme it to be Pixar. Because right now it's still seaside themed.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Like, that whole walkway is still seaside themed because they haven't closed that. And, I mean, unless I'm wrong, the last time I was back there, it was still seaside themed. So I do think that just needs to become part of Pixar Pier, unless it's like the secret DCA 1.0 bathroom that still exists, because that bathroom is my favorite bathroom in the parks.
Yeah, you know, they always save stuff from the past.
Route
when they
66,
redo it.
man.
What do you think about its theming in the bigger sense of what Pixar Pier is?
Pixar Pier is starting to make sense.
Cool.
Not that it didn't before, it just kind of felt a little bit disjointed, because it was like Incredibles were kind of here, and then it was... A part of it is just because the walls, you would feel kind of taken out of things a little bit. So I feel like...
Excuse me.
Blessings?
Close.
It's never going to drink ginger again.
Never.
We're not going to put that in the...
So our P.O. box.
Bailey would like to send Skittles, though, so...
Oh, thank
Please
you.
do.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't milk gravy.
Our P.O. box is somewhere.
Anyway, continue on with
I
Pixar
think
Pier.
that when you're now looking at it, like if you stand from Lamplight area and you look at Pixar Pier, it's just starting to make sense.
Well, it's becoming more and more Pixar feeling and more
Yes.
and more different stories popping to life.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's 100% cohesive, but with the story of the different neighborhoods, it's starting to really make sense.
I'm very excited for the Emotional Whirlwind to open because I feel like everything will really start to click into place once everything's open and operating.
Well, and I'd like to get in early in the morning or just as everybody's leaving, because I think when it's empty now, it looks even nicer then.
Yes.
It'll just be great. Other thing that came out over the weekend was Dumbo. Dumbo was flying again. It was a shock for everybody that an elephant could fly.
I think I've
No.
seen about everything when I see an elephant fly. So I've seen everything now.
They
so.
did pull in some fun little nods to the original movie. I'll just give my opinion first, and then you guys can hop in. It's a cute movie.
Yes.
It's a fun movie.
Yes.
It's a Disney movie. It's magical. Is it a blockbuster? No. But as I think about it, lots of Disney live-action movies that have become favorites or family favorites aren't necessarily the blockbusters.
Yeah.
It's one that is pretty much safe for most kids and adults. Like, it's a good family film. It's not really intense in any way that's going to be too much for the little ones. And it's an enjoyable enough movie. I probably wouldn't see it twice in theaters, but I was glad I saw it once in the theaters, and I won't mind seeing it on Disney Plus either, because it's a nice family film or a Saturday afternoon trying to relax and multitask. It was a good film, not great, but it didn't have major flaws either.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I
Did you see
mean-
it, Cameron?
I did not.
Okay, then you can ask us questions.
Sure. How cute is Danny DeVito? Can we talk about that?
So
He's
cute.
ridiculously cute.
From the previews, he looked adorable.
He's pretty cute.
In the movie, it goes to the next level.
No, it's actually very cute.
It might be one of my favorite Danny DeVito films.
I agree.
Like, he was one of the highlights of the film for me.
Yeah. I've harped on it a lot. We saw it Thursday night. And since then, it is now Tuesday. For those of you watching in the future.
The year 2000.
Dumbo made me immeasurably sad. But not, like, I didn't cry in theaters, any of that stuff. But I think back, and I think it's just, especially with animals, I'm weak. And I'm very empathetic to people. So
That sounded way less than animals.
yeah. But thinking
That's how
about
it works, Cameron.
the emotions that Dumbo was going through when he was being, like, mocked and tormented, it just made me so sad.
And they did a really good job with his eyes.
Yes,
for that.
they did.
I was thinking more about it because you didn't like that part at all.
No, I didn't.
And
I
the
can't
more
even.
I thought about it is because they did portray how upset Dumbo was, and he almost had a puppy-like quality about
Yes.
him, where you knew what his motivation was to get back with his mom.
Yes.
The whole movie, no surprise there. And they did a fantastic job communicating his motivations and his emotions through a digital character, which actually is, I have to give it kudos for doing that, because that's not easy.
Yeah, and kudos to Andy Serkis for being able to bring that character to life the way he did.
Really impressive, especially for not getting screen credit.
And the fact that Alan Tudyk voiced him, too.
See, I was going to go Ryan Reynolds, but also a good choice.
But yes, I mean, they did a great job, but they've been using the scene that makes me very upset in promos, and I see it, and I have to scroll away because it will negatively affect me for the next
So
hour.
overall, the movie, though, like, other than the 1 minute,
it just made
or
me
2
so
minutes.
sad, and I can't stop thinking
so the
about
whole
it.
movie was
It
sad.
no, it made me sad, but it was fun.
It's a good movie.
It's Dumbo. Like,
Yeah.
it's like seeing any other live action. You're not necessarily surprised by what's going to happen.
I would tend to say it didn't have the highs that you get in the original movie, or the lows that you get in the original movie. It
Yeah.
wasn't as big of a gap between emotions on the emotional journey. And the thing I did like about it, in some ways more than the other live actions that have come out, is the original story wasn't the end.
Yeah.
So a lot of these movies, the original story is basically what you get in the live action remake. In this case, the original story is just like the first 15-20 minutes of the movie, and the rest of the movie is an original story. And I like that they did that a lot, because it kept me engaged with the whole movie, because I was like, oh, okay, let's see what happens here, as opposed to if it was literally just a remake of the original.
It'd be short.
Well, it'd be shorter, but it also, I don't think I would have, if they'd even expanded on the original story within the realm of the original story, I don't think it would have been as, I think we wouldn't be saying as nice things about it.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, so next week, you're going to come back with what you think, what Fox property you think is going to be the first in the parks.
Yes.
I'm actually going to disqualify Marvel.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because I think that's too obvious. And
So Wolverine's carousel is completely out.
Dang.
Come take a ride, bub.
I thought it was going to be a restaurant, but okay.
Yeah, everything's cut
I
up
say,
really well.
yeah.
You Good, you followed me.
That's good.
All right,
It's
so
like Benihana.
we will hit that next week on Geeks Corner, and we will see. That's kind of what I was thinking, actually.
Yes.
But we are running out of time for
Oh my
tonight.
gosh.
You should go to thegeekscorner.com. That is thegeekscorner.com. It's this website you're probably watching right now where all the things happen and cool stuff does.
Go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens, find our P.O. box to send Skittles, and find our Patreon.
And make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel while you're at it, because we're posting videos all the time, and
All
you
the
never know
time.
what they are. I know we have some Chalk Walk coverage coming out later this week, so you won't want to miss that for how you can support and join our team while you're at it. But that's all the time we have for you this week, so we will see you around the corner.
Bye.